So we helped one of the salon owners that we coach go from 48% employee retention to over 98% retention with one change. And it had nothing to do with pay raises, bonuses, or even adding perks. When we actually looked at what was going on in a lot of salons around the nation, it normally isn't just a hiring issue. And it's not always a pay issue either. Yes, those can be issues sometimes, but one of the biggest things that we saw is the team had no real connection to the business itself. So the stylists, they come in, they're doing their clients, they're going home, but they have no idea what is actually happening in the salon that they're working in. They don't know what's going on with the numbers. They don't know if the salon is growing or if the salon is struggling. They don't know what's working. They don't know what needs to be improved. And they're not a part of anything outside of their own chair. That becomes a problem because after a while, it starts to feel just like a mundane job. Even if they're busy, even if they're making money, nothing is really changing for them. They're not growing as much. They're not building anything. They're just repeating the same thing every single day. And when it starts to feel like that, that is when people start thinking about leaving or looking to see if the grass is greener. It's not always because something is wrong, but it's because they feel like there has to be something more than what they have. So instead of trying to fix retention with more money or more perks, what we did was change how the team was connected to the business. We started bringing them into what was actually happening. We talked through the numbers in ways that made sense. We showed them what was working and what wasn't. We showed them where the salon needed to improve, and we gave them specific areas where they could be involved outside of their clients. So now they aren't just coming in and working. They were actually a part of what was being built. That is when everything started to change. Because once people can see what they're a part of, and once they understand what is actually happening, they start to care in a completely different way. They start to pay attention in a different way. And they stop feeling like they need to leave to find something more because they already have it right where they are. So if you've been dealing with turnover with your employees, or you feel like your team is just kind of going through the motions every single day, I would look at doing something like this before you do anything else. And ask yourself, are they just working in your business, or do they actually understand what is happening in it, and do they feel like they are a part of it? Because the difference matters way more than most salon owners realize. I promise you guys, it makes a major, major difference. If you enjoy our content, make sure you're following us on here. And if you want more in-depth strategies on how to build a profitable, scalable salon business, check out our podcast, The Beauty Biz Breakdown. We drop episodes every single week.